Hi, how you doing? This is just a test video to see what it would be like to do a virtual reality tour with someone in the context of the SID training videos. So we're just standing here in front of the subsea intervention device, which we call the SID, and technically what we're standing in front of is the lower SID. We just come around to the side here, and if you have a look over here, this structure with that pipe is called the lower SID, and you can see that we've got a yellow umbilical connected at the top. This yellow umbilical is the control umbilical, and it goes back over there to the control reeler, and then from the control reeler it'll go to a hydraulic power unit which will provide some controls and it's got electrics, etc. This other umbilical you can see over here, let's go and have a little walk. It's actually being tested at the moment, but we always use an orange colour umbilical for our flush and return umbilical. So when you do the SID training for the P&ID diagram, you'll see in the top left hand corner of the diagram we've got two umbilicals coming in, flush and return umbilical on the left, and then on the right is the control umbilical. These are the two bad boys with their associated reelers. This one is hooked back to the vessel's flush and return systems, has chemical inject and other good stuff in it. Now if we want to come over here, you can see up there, I'm going to lift you up so you can maybe see a little bit better. That's what we call the breakaway connector. I'll just bring you back down here a bit. So the breakaway connector up there has all the connections from the two umbilicals connected to a bunch of hot stabs, and it plugs into a receptacle plate and is pulled in by the latching mechanism. It's got a compliant mount on it so that if the rig which is deploying the SID gets pulled away, it can handle a bit of off-angle forces, and if that pull gets too much it'll actually break a pin inside the latch mechanism and that connector will come free. When you release it using the normal control system, it actually uses that same release procedure, so a cylinder will push it up, break that same pin, let the latching dogs fall down, away it goes. If for some reason you don't have control of the latch mechanism, an ROV can come in on the side and actually stab into this hot stab receptacle up there. You can see it, hot stab 14, hopefully that doesn't make you too sick, bring up there, right at the top, and the ROV can override the latch release mechanism, so that cylinder will push up, break away the connector. That's pretty much it. Does that look good? Would you like to have a look inside the SID? Of course you would, because we want to test that out in our video. Let's just walk around the side here. So you can see each side of the SID has different override and test panels and intervention panels. This side of the SID, you can see by the marking up the top there, I'll hold you up a little. You can see it says side B, so A, B, C, D. So we're going to walk in under side B here. So hopefully it's not too weird. I'm just going to set you up here. Maybe. Go. We'll see how this feels. So you're inside the SID now. If you have a bit of a look around, we can see we've got components here. This component is significant enough to be treated as a bit of equipment, which means it's a component that needs to be maintained, has a value as an asset in the system. So that's the EQ number. The other things you can see here is these little ID tags. Now all of these tags will match up to component IDs that are on your P&ID diagram. So we can cross-reference BB4-26 and we'll find this little ball valve in the right place there. On our P&ID diagram, let's have a look. I don't really know what I'm looking at, so it's probably not a great training video, but if you imagine that I was Matt, I could talk to you and tell you about all these amazing valves and what they do. This big IPV valve here, and then we could probably move over And have a look here, we've got accumulator 10.2 there, and I'm just going to lift you up and give you a very unique view. Have a look in there. Now you're looking at the back side of the BOP valves and the associated accumulators. Is that cool? Yeah, pretty groovy. I'm going to even knock you out over the other side here. Have a little squeeze in there, have a look around. Pretty interesting, huh? And about now you might be getting C6, so lots of static shots might be good here. Maybe even 360 photos. Why don't I take some of those?